Hey guys, it's Tara. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on these little bows here. They're very, very simple and they're super, super cute. And I don't have a bow die, so I wanted to make some of these bows. I see a lot of people on YouTube making them, and they're super, super cute. So I just wanted to share with you kind of how I make them. So what you will need is a piece of felt, a marker or highlighter, a ruler, scissors, just some string, any type of string, a center for the bow. I just use these little pearl and the ribbon, what are these called? The ribbon sliders. So, and you will need a hot glue gun. Okay, so let's get started. So on your piece of felt, what I do is I measure 1.5 inches wide. So I just measure 1.5, put a little dot, and then I measure about 4.25 and put a little dot. So 1.5 inches wide and then 4.25 long, and then I just measure out this one again, 1.25, and then I just, where is the 1.25, and then these, what I do is I do it a little bit bigger so that the marker lines don't show when you cut it out. So when you cut it out, just cut it, you know, so you don't see the marker. And then for the rest of the way, these felt pieces that you buy at Michael's are 9 by 12. So I do, again, 1.25 by 4.5, and then the rest of it, I just draw a line and I cut that whole strip out. So I cut it out now. And again, like I said, just cut below the marker so you don't see that part. So I just cut it all the way across. And if it's not perfectly straight, that's fine, because we can fix it. And then I just cut it into 2 strips, and then see how I have like the marker line right there? I just trim it off, no big deal. And you can make these all different sizes, like as you can see, like this purple one is a little bigger. I just measure a little bit larger. So now what I do is I just kind of eyeball it and straighten it if you see some parts that are a little cockeyed. Okay, so, and now what you do with your piece that is 4.5 by 1.25, you get your glue gun. And you don't want to put a ton of glue, because when you tie it, it kind of stops it from tying. So you just put a little bit of glue here on the end, just a tiny bit. And then I fold it over. You're just making a little circle, okay? And just hold down the edges. So you have a little circle like that, okay? And now you're going to press it like this. And if you see any pieces hanging out, just cut them. Like if it's not straight, because you will see that. So just make sure that it's lined up and straight. Okay, and now I'm going to get my glue gun. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here on the crease. Okay, and now on this piece that you have over here, you're just going to eyeball it and glue it right down into the middle. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to trim it, so you don't have to go nuts. So it looks like this, okay? And you still have your circle, okay? Now, now what I do is, and you can do this after, you could tie it first, but I just go ahead and make the little fishtails now. So you go to the corner, snip, snip, and you got your little fishtail. And then you want to, if you see one side is way longer than the other, you know, you can trim it. And then I just do the other side. Super easy, guys. And not all of them are perfect. They don't have to be perfect. So snip and snip. Okay, so there you have that. Now you're going to get your string and just cut a generous piece. It's just easier to tie it if you have a longer string. And now you would think you would want to tie it in the back, but it squinches it better, if that's even a word, if you tie it in the front. So you're going to place it in the center of the circle. And this is where I'm talking about where the glue, you don't want it too thick because it'll move the string and it won't be centered. And you are just going to tie it like that and flip it over and make sure you're holding it tight. Okay, and you got that right there. You got your little bow. And as you could probably tell, for some reason on the back, it looks like the string is completely off-centered. As long as your little bow here in the front is centered, that's all that matters. Cut your little strings off. Get your center, and you can use buttons, pearls, I mean, you can use really anything. And then I just put a dab of glue there in the middle. And pop it on right there in the center. And there you go, guys. You got your little bow. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. And like I said again, you can make them all different sizes. This ivory one is obviously a little bit smaller, you know, depending on what you want to use it for. You know, if you want to make it for an infant, you know, for like a headband or something, you know, you would want to make it smaller. But that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.